Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another round of Ultimate League here in Season 23, as we are now pretty much ending the first half of the season. With 4 races done, it is Fatmi who still leads the way since the beginning of the season, but as you can see, we got F1 Fan then in second place, with Flix now coming up into third place as he overtook Kubo in the previous round, and now he's only 23 points behind the leader, so he's definitely with a good chance still of winning this season, despite having one rest round done. And then we got the Stargoat, Kubo and Ludwig in the top 5. Then looking at the team standings, you got Flow Force also still leading, but as we see, we got LSA also there in second place, and then we got the one times now climbing up into third place, now being just 8 points behind LSA, and Lefty once again with a good shot there in on P1 of getting that win in the constructors once again. So both Fatme and Flow Force definitely sensing the danger from Flix and one time in the standings, as you can see. Located in the northeast of South Korea, this is the track of Inje Medium. It is a track that was inaugurated back in 2013, so still a very recent circuit, and it is a track that has hosted some races at the Asian Le Mans series as well as some touring car races as well. And yeah, definitely a very interesting track in real life. A lot of elevation changes as it is set high in the mountains, and yeah, it is a layout that resembles a bit of a seahorse, as you can see if you look upside down. It is a track that features 20 corners, and it is definitely a very challenging track here in this game as well. As we see that section on the bottom left of the map, it is a very tricky one. That sort of slalom that you see there, it's where drivers can easily make mistakes, and yeah, in the meantime, that final straight is definitely a bit long, and we might see potentially some drivers looking to go for that final lap overtake on that final straight. Now, once again, strategy seems like it could be a little bit all over the place, and of course the rain being 10% today can also affect the strategies a lot, so even if it does not affect the drivers in terms of positions all that much, it can still do a lot in terms of strategies. The drivers might have to throw away their plans, and so there is pretty much it. Let's get ourselves into the qualifying session. Okay, so we are then here in qualifying. We are seeing right now Kado on our screen, as yeah, we see now Zero then racing for Mayhem Racing as well. He's going to be the new main driver, replacing then Glow for the rest of the season. And yeah, now we see then Piggy here. Let's see who's at the front, because that is what's going to be crucial. And right now seems to be Figueroa up there. He's obviously the driver who's closest to be at home here, of course, because he's from Japan, and so yeah, he's definitely the closest to Korea, essentially, even though it's not exactly in Japan right now. But as we see then him crossing the line, and it's going to be then Figo, now provisional pole, Flix in second place. So once again, they got the one times there at the front, Switzerland in third. Let's use it right at the deadline. It's Kubo, Fatme's down in P10, he's tied with Shuruni there. And it is a difference of 300 of a second separating P9 from P10. We got 18 drivers, so 9 drivers will go through here. Now we are ready towards the end of this qualifying. Who's going to get through? Who's going to get eliminated? Let's see right now. They're all on the final straight, and it's going to be then Kubo just making it in the end there. You see F1 Fan just being out. As we see right now the full results, we got Juristen being in last place. Then we got Zura then in P17, followed by Ricky Boy. Then we got Nikhil, Albono, Bishione, Kado, Juruni, and F1 Fan then being the drivers who get eliminated. And then we see then the top 9 who gets through is going to be Kubo, then with Joyful, then it's Ludwig, Corvid, Piggy, Fatme, Nandi, Flix, and then Figueroa then doing this Q1. So let's see if he can do the same now for Q2. Alright, so here we are then here in Q2 then, as we got both one times, I think also both SGPs. LSA only managed to get a driver in. Yeah, then we see a Ricard Auto from Piggy, who's definitely been quite fast in qualifying, not gonna lie. And yeah, then you see I think Johnny Fu there for SCP. Then you got Fatme for Flow Force. I think Yoa is missing today, so it could be a tough hit for Flow Force today, as they are leading, but One Time really did manage to gain a lot of points on them in the previous round. So let's see then. They are about to finish this first lap, and right now things look good for Figo once again. And let's see who's going to be on provisional pole, and it's going to be then Figo again. And after an amazing lap there, it's a 32.87, so he finds himself then 700 of a second ahead of Flix. Then you got Carvey there in third place, quite far behind One Time. Definitely going to dominate, I feel like, in these races. We see now Flix with a mistake. I don't think he can improve now. We see Hernandi using P5, trying to get himself up there, as he might be the driver who could challenge these One Times the most. As we see also Ledley looking for an improvement here on this second lap, and let's see who's gonna take that pole position, and it's going to be then Figueira in the end, with an amazing lap there, 32.8. He got the P1 in Q1 and also now in Q2, so amazing performance there from the Japanese-Portuguese driver then. As we then look into the starting grid, we got Figueira then starting on pole position, and we see Flix in second place, so front row locked up for One Time. And then we see for LSA Hernandez starting in third place with Kubo then in P4. Then we see Johnny Fu, Carvid, and then we got also Fatney, Piggy, and then Ludwig starting in P9. And then we got F1 Fan, who just got out in P1, really right there. Then we see Jurugi then in P11, followed by Caldo, then it's Piscione, followed in by Albono, Nikhil, and then Ricky Boy. And then at the final row we got Zura, and then Yurist there. So that's pretty much it. Let's then get ourselves into this race. 10% rain, 44 laps around in Speedium. Here we go then. We see Figueira then at the front, as see it is still sunny, so all the red lights go out. As we see then Figueira leading the way. He's gonna have the inside for the first 3 turns, or first 2 turns, no, 3 turns in the end. But as we see what Flix did in second place, nothing changing there at the front. We see Johnny Fu now in P5, followed by Kubo, and a very good start here and a good qualifying. As we see now Corvid up there, Fatmi. So far everything looking clean, at least at the front. As we see now these Wiggles Ace, what the challenge begins. We see Piggy losing some position, is down in P10. As we see F1 Fan up a couple of positions, so good start there from the LSA driver. So far looking for a good redemption here. As we see now Kubo then in third place with the One Times already getting away. As we see, probably Hernandi made a mistake because he was the one in third place, and now we see Flix and Figueira just slipstreaming each other. Very close, as of course they need to do with these new slipstream settings. The range, it is quite small. And now we see Carden also with a very good start as well. Up into P4, we see Hernandi up there. We see, oh my god, Figueira going extremely wide there. What happened there? As we see Kubo trying to go around the outside, but I think he ends up backing out. So Figueira then keeps second place, but now Flix has a good gap there to work with at the front. So amazing stuff there. We see Johnny in front, Fatmi going side by side. Are they going to stay on track? Yes, they will. We see the clouds coming in. As now Fatmi managed to be the latest breaker there. So he stays ahead of the Slovakian. Then we see the LSA's Nani losing down into P7. We see F1 Fan still in P8. And we see also Ludwig not making any progress so far. Yeah, starting in P9, his Q2 lap definitely not as good as the Q1 lap, and yeah, big struggle there. But as we see then, ooh, now we got light rain! Look at how everyone is starting their laps, so they might still be on time to see if this rain is going to stay or not. As we see now Flix still leading the way, but Figueira though, look at him just catching the hell out of him. Look at this, as we see now Jair's having to screech through. As you see Figo goes wide, and now Kubo takes second place. Look at him. He already has the race win in this season. He managed to be lucky with the rain, and now we see looks like no one's going to risk it, or maybe they will. We see Albono. He's going to go for it. You see also Caldo staying out while everyone else goes for the Inters. And the Albono's probably going to struggle, same with Cado here. You see the French battle there. We see Hernandez trying to go up the inside, and on the rain, look, it's 2 ends. It's going to be cloudy again. We see now everyone just trying to get through. Albono here, the Scotsman, really now just struggling for grip. Same with Cado. Look at this. He really cannot drive through those wiggles. And now we see Okada now killing Bishona here. He's doing his first race of the season. We see Jordan also trying to benefit, but he could not do it there. And now we see the rain comes back, so big disaster there for Kado and Albono. They're gonna have to pit there, they're both gonna be so far behind. They tried to gamble with it, but it didn't went their way. As we see right now, Figo back into second place now. He's back at the front here with Flix. As Flix makes a mistake, Figueira takes back the lead. And now looks like the rain is looking to end, but I think at this point it was clear that taking the Inters was the right decision. So yeah, we see now these three drivers. Kubo just trying his best to stay with the one times, so let's see if he can do it or not. As we see also Carvey there in P4, followed by Futmi now, Kurt in P5. He's gonna have to carry the team today. We see Janifu with a little mistake there. And yeah, let's just see if we got any battles, because I think that will be crucial to watch. I think at the top 3 they're all just slipstreaming each other. Then we see Futmi and Hanandi also trying to collaborate with each other here. Probably both of them would like to be much further up there, but still they can make a good recovery from here. You see Fatmi now in P5 still leading the championship, but right now you will be losing a good amount of points, that must be said. As and yet you can see in P5 he will be scoring 13 points, and yeah, there is quite a lot actually, because P1 gets you 30 points, and yeah, I mean we're talking about 27 points, no, 17 points actually difference. So there is quite a lot, and right now the gap is not as big as it was before. Actually, it's only 23 points that Fatmi has to Flix, so now finds himself in 3rd place in the standings, just 2 points behind the Romanian driver F1 Fan. But as we see now, we got some chaos here. We got Fatmi and Hanandi both going into the pits. Looks like Pishone decided to stay out as he found himself there in P6, but he's gonna have to pit soon, so we're going to see exactly where he's really at. As we see now Flix and Figo now going for the soft tires, and looks like Figo might have a distance to run away. So there he goes in, Figo looking to return into a race win. As yeah, then we see here Kubo then in 3rd place, and we see now, oh my god, Corby just getting past Fatmi there. But yeah, Corby definitely got undercut there. As we see now, Hernani managed to get through Fatmi there. And then more towards the back we see Bishon, so far doing a pretty good job there in P11. And then you got Nikhil, followed in by Ricky Boy, then it's Shuruni right now in P14. Now he's gonna try to get a move on the Lynx Racing driver. As you see, he has the soft tires, clearly more speed winning on that drag race. But as we see, Ricky managed to come back right at the end with that side slipstream, and now he takes P14. Then he goes in Ricky, then he got Juruni, then right behind it we see Bishone there. Now down in P12 as we see Juruni then getting himself up the inside. Now we see Nikhil with a really mistake. We could see Juroni just getting back. And is that what we are going to see here? We see Ricky just getting back now. Bishon and Nikhil might be battling each other. Here they go. Oh, Juroni just pushing Ricky Boy off the track, and now, oh my god, the lag there. Just killing Ricky Boy. It almost looked intentional, but of course it was just Juroni's lag. And yeah, Ricky Boy though, being a bit of a victim there. So, Jesus Christ, it was quite intense. As we see, Flix is trying to keep the distance to Figueira, which so far he seems to be able to do that. And then in the meantime, looks like Fatmi's got himself up into P4, followed in by Carvid and Hernandi. And yeah, did you see? Then Juroni then in Pit 13, and yeah, Ricky Boy though, he's FT right. But now Juroni looks good, that's the thing. So it's hard to judge here. As you see now, the sky's looking to open then, as and yeah, so we got in here 90 and Carvid. Carvid probably just looking to leave this group. as they're trying to catch Fatmi. I did Fatmi made a mistake, or is that corner really supposed to be made all that slowly? At least that looked like that. As you see now, let's just hit a comparison into the lap times here at the front, and oh my god, Fleeks definitely lost a lot of time now on this final lap alone, and then we see Carvey now managing to get a bit closer to the Frenchman there. But I wonder how did he manage to get this distance. I wonder if there was some kind of an incident there. As in the meantime, we see also Ludwig now in P7 starting to gain some positions. He now is gonna looking to try and catch Carvey then, but yeah, of course this grid is very competitive. In the meantime, now Kubo takes second place. As I'm guessing that Fleeks may have done another mistake. So yeah, look at Kubo though, really being a good challenger to the 1x. Oh, now he got that little grass cut. And yeah, that set of turns really does look like a big challenge on this track. It's probably where the drivers can make up all of the biggest amount of time. But now we see then Fleeks, is he looking to go for a move? I'm not really sure. I think Kubo wants to lead the way, even though they're losing half a second per lap against Figueira though. So Figo really looking dominant today. Really looking like a 3-time world champion here today. And yeah, we see there Yuris just going through the runoff there. It's a very weird line to take, but I guess it works. In the meantime, we see... Oh, Carvey now with a mistake now. Looks like Nani managed to get past the Australian, but now we see it's Ludwig catching Carvey. So let's see then what can Ludwig do. Is he gonna look for a move, or is he going into the pits? Oh yes, there he goes then. Ludwig looking for an undercut. In the meantime, we see a F1 fan who's already pitted and trying to get past the Italian. And now he's gonna end up just behind F1, just behind Ludwig there. So it is in Ludwig in P9, F1 fan in P10. There's a few drivers still yet to pit, of course. You see Piggy on the hard tires. Looking pretty good there. And yeah, I guess looking for an alternate strategy. The hard tires may not really have the pace, but they can definitely help some drivers, because the fact that those tires are slower really allows for the drivers to take those corners a lot easier. And of course, the fact that those tires last longer can definitely be an advantage as well. But in the meantime, we see then the Romanian driver getting past Piggy. And we see Ludwig as well going around the outside. Yeah, let's see if Piggy can stay with these two drivers or not, as they going to the wiggles here. And I'm not really sure. Oh, they might be losing it. Yeah, there he goes, he's already behind. In the meantime, we see Jordi Fu diving into the pits. Fund me there. Oh my god, what happened? Just going to the grass on the straight. As in the meantime, we see Kubo getting an easy move then on Hernandez. Seems like Flix has gone for the undercut. And that is also why he's got a lot closer to Figueira out of a sudden. But yeah, this allows for Flix to now try and use his pace to get away from the Polish driver and take that 1-2 for one time, and once again just get a lot closer to Flow Force. And I feel like in the end we might still see a one-time elimination season in the end. But in the meantime, Nani then finally is going into the pits. He's down in P7 just ahead of Corvid. He's going to be a crucial factor here. When you have fresher tires, you definitely not want to be behind Corvid because of his huge ping. And the same also applies for Corvid. When he has fresher tires, he does not want to be behind the drivers with older tires, because for him it's going to be harder to overtake and he can just lose a lot of time. So as we see then here, Ludwig leading this group with F1 fan. Yeah, speaking so much earlier, we see Hernandi, the huge tire advantage, just trying to make a good use of it. And then we see, maybe we might see some battling here at the back. We got Jurani going side by side with Nikhil there, just managing to move. Oh my god, Nikhil just shoving Jurani off the track there. And he's slowing down. Oh, not sure. I wonder if that was lag. That could be possible. His car doesn't seem to be the smoothest. Now it looks fine, but yeah, that was quite the incident. In the meantime, I'm seeing more battling here. Ooh, there you go. F1 fan starting to lose it. He doesn't have the tires to keep up. We see Corvin still trying to go there. We see F1 fan just surviving, but now into the wiggles. It's going to be really difficult there. You can only have one car at a time. So let's see. We got Ludwig there in P5, followed by Hernandi now in P6. That's trying to get past now. The American is going to be taking his slipstream very soon. And yeah, there he goes now, Hernandi. There he goes Ugarian now just behind that Star Goat. Let's see what can he do there. And yeah, let's take a look at this. We see Ludwig just keeping it pretty well here, but yeah, he definitely has a huge tire disadvantage, so probably should let Hernandi through. And is that what's going to happen? I'm not really sure there. But now there he goes, Ludwig's gonna pull to the side now. Hernandi now takes in P5. Looks like Ludwig did let him pass in the end, so nice for him. As we see Fatme now starting to struggle on those mediums. And so Hernandi could be catching the Frenchman very soon. And in the meantime, I'm seeing, yeah, Kubo just under a second to Flix here. Obviously he does have that tire advantage, but he's definitely been doing a very impressive race. I think even more impressive compared to Sochi, because of course Sochi, it was a huge amount of luck that he got in order to get the race win, but I think now this podium though, this really does feel like it was fully deserved, 100% on merit, and I think it's an amazing performance so far. His best race in this season. And then we see here now Flixton in third place. He is looking to just pit earlier than the others, and that could be a risk though. That's the main thing. That could potentially be a bit of a risky decision, because he just he could potentially pit and then have the rain coming in and lose a position because of that. But yeah, right now he seems to have at least P3 secured. In the big time looks like well, he could not keep up with Hernandez. We see them going through this slalom, as we see Corvin in P6. The mid time Fatme is going to the pits, probably not liking the idea that we see the weather marker currently on the clouds. Although very close to the sunny weather. In the meantime, we see more drivers pitting. We got Ludwig and Corvin, so we got the high pingers here, both going for the mediums. As we now looks like we got more battling on the midfield. We see Biscione just getting an easy move on Piggy. British driver really not defending hard, as we see him now on all of the softs. Would probably still be the one leading the way. As you see now Biscione here. Curtin P10, look at him, could be going for a nice result. I'd say top 10 is really... would probably be his personal best, I'm pretty sure. As you see him now just ahead of Pigu, now dives into the pits. In the meantime, we see, yeah, we've got the 1x now close to each other. In the meantime, looks like the skies will open again, so no more rain so far. As we are now entering the final third of this race. But yeah, Figueira leads the way. Flix though, probably a good decision in the end to simply stay with, to simply stick with those undercuts, because now he has Figueira's slipstream, and that could really help him quite a lot now to just extend that gap to Kubo, who's now 5 seconds behind. And he finds himself on the mediums, which is always interesting, as we then see Fatme then in P4, followed by Ludwig. Then you got Johnny Fu, went for the hard tires. You see a F1 fan make the huge mistake there. But now let's see Hernandi just trying to find a way past the Slovakian. There's you see now Johnny Fu on the inside, and then he goes around the outside. That's a nice move there. I think Johnny Fu let him pass though. So nicely done there. In the meantime, we see I think a lot of the drivers seem to be separated by each other, but we got Figo and Flix looking to be very close. So yeah, not much happening right now. We seem to be in a bit of a late stage of this race, but see now Ludwig then finally going for the move on Futmi. There he goes up the inside, and now can he go around the outside and keep it there? I think he can, but Futmi's probably not going to give up, but he definitely has the older tires, so no wonder why the American looked to go for that before, which honestly could be a very nice result for Stargold here. Third in P4, essentially being the best of the rest, because one time is definitely going to be always there. But in the meantime, seems like Felix can no longer keep up with his teammates on those tires. As yeah, then we see here Kovo looking to be alone, but yeah, Fudby though, he's gonna manage to get the move. He's desperately to be trying to just finish as high as possible. Because yeah, this P4 finish though is just not going to be great in the end. As we see now, P4 would give you 19 points. And yeah, I guess I saw it wrong though. About P5 only giving you 13 points, so... But either way now, Fudby looks to be in P6, so that would actually now give him 15 points, so that is, yeah, a lot of points to lose now. Suddenly, Flix will be in touching distance to catch the Frenchman for the lead of the championship. Right now, as it stands, yeah, Flix is definitely going to be leading this race in second place in the standings regardless, because he's quite far ahead of F1 Fan today. He's down in P8. But in the meantime, we see now Kubo. Ooh, is he going to let him pass? Yes, now there he goes. Feel like he just pushed him there on the inside. But yeah, we see now Nandi in P4 there with Ludwig. Now in P5. And then looking more towards the back, we see Fatmi and F1 Fan. And yeah, Fatmi just trying to get away from that LSH driver, trying to not get him on this slipstream. He looks to be doing his final stint of the race. And then you got also this battle here for a spot in the top 10. We see Bishan and Piggy. But yeah, Piggy definitely having a very interesting progress. And this race definitely been a bit of a step up from the other races, as he finished in P13 in the first race and he finished P14 in the other two races that he's done so far. He missed the first round. But yeah, now P11 would be his best so far, but he's gonna have to pit soon though. In the meantime, we also see Nick Hill looking to potentially pass one of these drivers. Ooh, it looks a bit laggy though. But yeah, in the meantime now, yeah, now that he goes, Piggy is now pitted. Yeah, I'm gonna have to... Oh yeah, I think I might have to tell him to DNF. Potentially. The thing is that if it doesn't encounter anyone, it will not make a difference, but... yeah, but now he finally pits, and I think that's to retire, so there he goes then. So actually, nicely done there from Nick Hill. But in the end, let's see now, we got then this battle now, which could be a battle for the win though, because look at Flix. He actually could go for a strategy that could work well for him, but now he's gonna have to stick with Figueira till the end of this race. And yeah, I really thought that Figueira had this one in the back, but Flix with his strategy is really managing to come back here with these undercuts. And yeah, of course, Slipstream can always do a lot of wonders, but as you see, oh, Hanani makes a mistake there. Fedme got blocked. And this could just help Ludwig to take P4 in the end, as you see him perhaps trying to get closer to Kubo. But yeah, Hanani wants Fedme to Slipstream, because they need to catch the American driver, they can still do it. Hanani has identical tires to Ludwig, and Fedme has older medium tires, so that's the main thing. He might not even be able to keep up with the LSA driver And as you see, we makes a mistake, so there we go. He's gonna be losing then p5. That's only gonna be 15 points for him, so he's still gonna be in the lead of the championship, but Flick's gonna be extremely close to him. And yeah, I mean, that is obviously not great, so yeah, that is interesting. Because yeah, the gap right now between Fantme and the Flicks is 23 points, so that will be now reduced to 8 points only. So things just looking complicated, and for the Frenchman, I don't think he was really expecting to win the title either way when starting this season, but it's just that the circumstances has really put him in favor. As you see now, Flicks with a little mistake there. He's gonna be able to keep up with Figo though. I think he can. There he goes. Flicks just staying then with Figueira, as he's looking to have his first back-to-back race wins. He hasn't been able to do that before, so let's see now. Can Lati do some easier on his own career? As we've got Figueira looking for the first race of this season. I mean, first race win of this season. After losing out against his teammates right on the final lap, on the final straight. But can he deny his teammate then the race win then? As we see Kubo looking to settle for third place. But now this is it. This is the battle. This is the moment that we've been waiting for all week. As we see now Flicks looking to go for an overtake. There he goes. Figueira is gonna back down, or maybe not, as we see they got both elbows out here, but Flicks has to back off there. He thinks better of it. He's gonna have to play this one smart, as we see him now just trying to stay with the Japanese drivers. We see Figueira just still leading the way now. Just half a lap to go. Now these wiggles will be very decisive. And there he goes. Flicks managed to keep up, as we see now final few corners. It's gonna be full on battling, as we see now. Figo goes wide. Flicks still has the lead now, but Figueira is gonna have the inside now. Is he gonna let him through? As we see now, Flicks has the lead. Figueira is gonna try to pass him. He's gonna take it, and they are tied. Oh my lord, there is a tied win. So they're gonna be splitting the points in the end. And funnily enough, that is actually going to help Fantme for the standings, because Figueira is not going to get as many points as he would have if it was a solo win. And oh boy, what an amazing race this was in the end. As we see then the others looking to finish. Yeah, we see Albono, who was quite unlucky with the rain there. At least he tried to gamble, but he didn't went his way. He had still a P15, and yeah, Cado was also very unlucky. Managed to finish in P13. Oh my god, look at that. He's just pushing Zero there. Now you see, now we got in a bit of a drift battle now between Yuris and Zero. And let's see, can Zero then take that safe stream now right at the end? I think he can just get past Yuris in the end. And what a performance there. And I guess so, as we didn't have a look into the full results, we got Flicks and Figo with the tied win here, with Figueira then taking the fastest lap. And yeah, so 1-2 finish for them. They're going to be splitting points between 30 and 25 points, so they both should get 27.5 points. Then we see Kubo with an amazing result there in third place, followed by Kubo. Then you got Ludwig with Fatme, then we got Corvi there for Fan, Johnny for Piggy, then Fish in P10, then you got Bishiane in P11, his best result so far, with Junior in P12, and then we see Kado with Ricky Boy in P14, and then we see Albono with Zira, then you got Yuris, and then Nikhil, who retires today. And so let's then look into the post-race interviews. Okay, so here we are then at the post-race interviews, and I guess since we got the tied win, we're gonna have to interview Figo and Flicks, and yeah, what a battle there. I honestly thought that Figo had this one in the bag, but in the end, Flix managed to pull back with the undercut. So yeah, how do you guys feel?
I'm gonna let him speak first because I feel like he he had the best pace this race. So yeah.
Yeah, it was a good race, definitely. Just I was clearly the fastest, and the gap would have been like way larger if I didn't have to keep slowing down on purpose. But yeah, just the typical teamwork, try and drag him up with me, and yeah, I mean max points is incredible, 57 once again, and I guess you can count this as a 1-2 or 1-1 maybe. Um, so yeah, I think it's a good outcome because obviously I want to win these races, but at the same time, I want Flex to win the drivers because you know, um, well, yes, it's better for the team as well. And so I think he got the best of both worlds by tying because I got the win and he also gained more points rather than just being in P2. But yeah, it was just a funny fight at the end, to be fair, because we knew that it's just another slip overtake. I mean, just slowing down on that like second last straight there. And he just pulled away, and I was like, "Holy shit! Have I been caught napping again?" But I managed to slip him and just about clinch and the P1 alongside him. So yeah, so it's a good race, and for the team as well. Constructors, I think, massive gain. So yeah, really good work from Monza. Very happy.
Alright, and what can you say, Flix?
I mean, I mean, at the start, first of all, good quality. Could have been better, of course, but I want to, who's not happy about that. And then the race, I actually didn't expect Kubo to be that fast, so props to him. I think we had the same pace in the start, like the first three stints or something like that. And then I think I kind of got in my groove and, kind of started outpacing him. Uh, but yeah, at the end, I don't know if you saw that, but me and Fig, like we both were trying to slip overtake each other, so we both just slowed down, and then I saw that he slowed down, so I just kind of clicked accelerate and tried to like be uh, the first one to cross the finish line. But of course, we got best of both worlds and both won the race, so that's just you know, um, I mean, a nice cherry on top. It would be better than just 25 points. So yeah, I'm happy. A great result for the team, and yeah, let's see what we can do next race.
Yeah, and the thing is actually looking very good for you guys, as I think one time can now fight for the constructors, and Flix can also fight then for the driver standing as well. And yeah, looking then for third place, you got Kubo, and I'd say so far you best race in terms of performance alone. And yes, how do you feel?
Yeah, I decided to take a page out of Ludwig's book and drink a single. I drank a single Red Bull like an hour before the race because I read it takes up to an hour to activate. And even in the practice lobbies before the race, Nandi was saying that I looked much faster. I felt more comfortable. In the quali though, quali was really stressful. Just barely made it into Q2 and then managed um on the final Q2 lap to secure P4, which was very nice. We had a calm start, obviously. Didn't want to fight the one time since they had the numerical advantage and the pace advantage, so I just wanted to secure a podium for myself. I did a quite well, a quite good job of that. And then just a few strategy mistakes, but felt like probably the most deserved pace podium I've had alongside Nürburgring. I think in season 17 was a pretty good one on pace. And yeah, very happy with the points. Shout out to Ludwig also from P9 to P5. Scored solid points and very nice weekend. Enjoyed the track a lot. Shout out to Batuko.
Alright, very nice to hear. And then you go to Nandi, just shy of the podium there, but you have a massive battle with the likes of Ludwig, Fatmi, Carvit. So yeah, how do you feel?
Well, I mean, I think I could have fought Kubo and it would have been an epic fight, but I only got myself to blame. Like, in one of the first laps, I get behind Corvid on a mistake, and then try to dive bomb him into turn 3. Doesn't work. I get forced deep into the grass, lose a second. So like 5 laps later, I do the most logical thing possible and do the same thing again, run deep into grass, lose another second. Uh, Quite a silly thing. After the first stint though, I just logged in, put on the mediums for an overcut, hoping for rain maybe, and nobody else really did mediums near me, so I was having massive undercuts on Tommy and Ludwig and Johnny, even F1 fan, just cut through them like butter at points. They were like sliding. I was on fresh softs. Then, to my surprise, Ludwig in the penultimate stint like kept my slip. I was like, didn't expect that. Quite impressive, honestly. So we pitted together. We came out of the pits just next to Phantomy, who was on mediums, and obviously fought. I edged him off, so at the end of the lap, I tried to slow down on the straight, but Ludwig was slipping me, so I think I slightly brake checked him. Didn't brake, but just slowed down on the straight. But then I let them both pass. Fucked up. Was a second behind Ludwig. Then Tommy lost me, and basically I had to gain a second in 4 laps, and Ludwig was holding amazingly, like just driving insane pace until the last lap. I don't even know. I didn't expect to catch him. Just suddenly his lines were a bit less precise, and just especially in the wiggly part, I gained a lot. Just got into his slip in the last corner, like insanity. Didn't think I would be able to beat a high pinger on a photo finish, but guess it's my lucky day.
Alright, nice to hear. And then we go to Ludwig, as he were the one who had to lose a position on the final straight, which is gonna be a bit frustrating there, but still P5, nice result. So what can you say?
Yeah, I'm very happy with the result. Going into the weekend, I felt like I had absolutely no pace whatsoever. That was very evident in qualifying. Barely made it to Q2 and then bottled both my laps and started ninth. It was quite a chaotic start. Somehow I gained positions. I think I got up to eighth. At one point, I lag racketed through the chicane and passed 2 or 3 people doing that, so that was fun. And yeah, I just kind of found some pace towards the end. Stuck with an Andy for some of the stints, and then couldn't hang on to the line. But fifth is quite a good result.
Alright, nice to hear. And yeah, and then I guess we go to Fatumi, and yeah, still in the lead of the championship, but now Flick's gonna be very, very close. And so yeah, how's the feeling, and how it's gonna things gonna be on for this second half of the season in terms of title fights?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm fucking cooked, man. There is no way I'm winning it. So yeah,
Yeah,
and yeah,
yeah.
the race was shit as well. So I think that's a big point to mention. And yeah, I mean, the break is gonna. It was awaited because holy shit, I can't be asked to play this game anymore. And yeah, I'll just see in 2 weeks if I want to race on it.
All right, and yeah, then I guess we go to Carvid, and yeah, P7 in the end, probably a bit of a solid race, but still you probably
Um,
would want more. So yeah, how do you feel?
Honestly, this was more than I could hope for today. I mean, I came in on 3 hours of sleep. I woke up half an hour before the race started. Quali was a lot better than I thought. I wasn't expecting to start sixth, so I'll definitely take that. And then I had a really good start, and that was just enough, really. I wasn't able to keep up with literally everyone in front of me. Just had better pace, really. There's not too much else to say. I was a bit unpracticed, but feels like I had enough on track to like at least take some good points, which always helps. Uh, yeah, I don't know. We'll just see how the rest of the season goes at this point. Like, if I can drive at least like this sort of mentality, I'm should be hoping for more. So we'll see.
Okay, so now I need to see who I should I interview next because I see a few drivers who don't usually take interviews. Not sure if Piggy or Nikhil or someone else. If you could type on the. Okay, not for Nikhil. Not sure about Piggy then. Alright, so yeah, so we go then with Piggy, and yeah, we're a race ahead today. So far, you finished P13, P14, P14, but today you got your first top 10 of the season. So hey, how do you feel?
Yeah, happy with 10th. As you said, my highest finish. And I don't think I was going to get any higher than 10th today. I wasn't fast enough, but very happy with 10th and hopefully more in the second half of the season.
And yeah, so how is this adaptation from mobile to PC going? By the way.
It's not too bad. I'm pretty washed on mobile anyway, so not like I'm doing good on both.
All right, so yeah, best of good luck then for the second half of the season, and then I
Thank
think, all right, and then I guess next gonna be Ricky Boy as yeah, a bit of a complicated race. He also had a bit of an unlucky moment there with Gironi, so yeah, how do you feel?
Well, it was an interesting race in the start, just going with softs, trying to not get involved in any chaos, trying to go around everything, went pretty good. I think I was up like P13 for a long time. Then randomly Gerwood started to TP and just stop in the middle of the track, which caused me to actually just drive backwards and made me lose like a lot of time. And after that, it was pretty lonely race and just drove to the end.
All right, then the next is gonna be Albono, and I think this should be the final interview. And yeah, you tried to go for that gamble at the beginning, but then at first it looked like it could have potentially worked, but then it all changed out of nowhere. And yeah, then I saw you doing a sick donuts on the final lap. So yeah, how do
Oh
you
yeah.
feel?
I mean, after last week, it was quite nice to have like no expectations. I've done maybe maximum 70 laps this week. But it was actually quite fun. I had well, yeah, the gamble wasn't great, and then I done another gamble staying out on inters. That wasn't great either. When I was on inters and I saw the clouds, I was jumping at my seat like praying for rain. And then the sun came. But inters on the dry track there was actually quite fun. And then I done hard 17, hard 15 to the end because I didn't want to use any of the other tires in case more rain came because I kept seeing clouds. But it was pretty fun. I wasn't last, which was all I really wanted to avoid. And yeah, it was like it, it was just pretty fun. And obviously Piggy got P10, which is great. Really good points for Raikar. But I could just sort of tell when I was doing the first few laps it wasn't going to be a track that I would enjoy, or not enjoy, but just be like good on. There's certain tracks where I just can't do, but I don't know. It was a pretty fun race. Don't know. Donut, which I actually half at the start of the donut, I thought it was a good idea. Halfway through, I realized I'd lost about 6 seconds in the first half, so I was kind of shitting myself a little bit, thinking I might actually get caught by Jara. But I just about managed it. That was about the highlight of my race. But yeah, it was pretty fun.
All right, so nice to hear, and thanks everyone for the interviews, and that's pretty much it then for this round. As now we're gonna have a mid-season break, so in 2 weeks' time we should then come back now and race in Norway for the Lakeshore circuit, which is a fictional track made by Kuziman. So we'll see you there. Until the next time, and goodbye.